It's really interesting, when we start talking about these different lifestyle components, how a lot of them actually kind of feed into each other, and they can either snowball into bigger problems or they can kind of compound into greater solutions. For example, when you don't get enough sleep, your stress levels are higher because your lack of sleep throws your hormones off. For some people, that leads to stress eating foods that maybe they shouldn't as their response. They're up late at night and they're going to the pantry and getting some Oreos or something. That poor nutrition can then lead to more stress and poor sleep quality. And I think for a lot of people, they really just are caught in somewhat of a vicious cycle where one poor choice kind of leads to another, and it just kind of feels overwhelming and insurmountable for people to get out of those cycles. So, what would be your advice to someone who, in this case, is quite literally sick and tired of being sick and tired when it comes to their lifestyle choices like sleep, nutrition, and stress?
I think it really when we look at it from the macro level and we take a big look at it, it seems like it is a huge and daunting task to try to figure out how to get our diet under control, our exercise under control, and all these other things that seem to come into our health and our sleep. But really, what we want to do is just start taking one step at a time. They always talk about how you eat an elephant. It's one bite at a time. And I think diet and exercise is pretty much the same. And it can be as simple as, hey, if I'm going out to eat, instead of getting a soda at lunch or dinner, why don't I just get a water at lunch or dinner? Instead of getting a side of fries, why don't I start with a side salad and get something that is healthy to go along with something else that's on my plate? And once you start making just those little transitions, I think you'll start to see a compounding effect on the opposite side of what you see with those poor choices that kind of blend into one another and make a poor cycle.